Hey friends, it's Therese and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, as you can tell, is going to be a journal with me video. This specific journal with me video is going to be about my favorite movie of all time, or one of them anyway, and that's Set It Up. So let's just get into it before, I babble and babble and babble and babble. If you guys don't know what Set It Up is about, it's a movie that came out on Netflix. It's a Netflix original around, I want to say 2018, the summer of maybe, or like the fall. It's about these two assistants who live in New York, Harper and Charlie, and they're both pretty much overworked by bosses who don't really show their appreciation or are very good bosses. Honestly, I think, well, one of them's a pretty good boss, in my opinion. The other one, not so much. And so, after one night, they end up deciding to try and set their bosses up because their bosses are not only overworked, but they're also very just rude to them and they don't have a social life because of it. And so romance ensues. Now, I love this movie for a lot of reasons. One of them being the fact that it's just such a funny movie. I could probably quote so many things from this movie, honestly. The humor is it's definitely an adult rom-com. I don't think if you're trying to watch it as a younger audience, most of the jokes will probably fly through your head, if not kind of make you a little bit uncomfortable. But I genuinely enjoyed it. I even wrote down some of my favorite quotes, one of them being the ever famous, "I overdicked it," which is, it's not much of a spoiler. There's a scene where the two of them are trying to set their bosses up, and Harper arrived early, and Charlie's been waiting for her forever. She just kind of rushes up to the store with all this baseball merch, and she's like, I'm so sorry, I came here super early, so I thought I had time to dick around, and then and then I realized that I didn't, and I overdid it, I'm sorry. He's like, that's not a thing. She goes, yes, it is. It's the overdick thing. I overdicked it. And I love that line. There's also another good line toward the end, a couple of them actually, toward the end of the movie about writing and kind of motivating her because Harper wants to be a writer. So I'm just it's a good movie. And I love it so much. It's one of those movies that I watch when I'm happy, when I'm sad. I recently rewatched it just because, and I think I spent the majority of the movie either mentally quoting it or saying it out loud, which I know sometimes gets annoying to people watching it with me. But I think it speaks for how much I really love this movie. So yeah, I highly recommend this movie. I think the soundtrack's also really good. So if you just enjoy a nice adult rom-com where the jokes are pretty what do you call it, adulty. I'm a writer. I'm eloquent. The humor is appropriate for the comedy, but it's not inappropriate to where it's reminiscent of the older rom-coms where there's just a lot of inappropriate and kind of very tone deaf humor, if that makes sense. And I really love this movie. Like I said, I watch it a ton, so I highly recommend if you haven't seen it just quite yet. And thankfully, the two leads, Zoe Deutsch, I want to say is how you pronounce her last name, and Glenn Powell are also going to be in another rom-com. It's not a sequel to Set It Up, unfortunately, but they have such really good on-screen chemistry, and yeah, it's a good movie, and I recommend it. But I don't think this voiceover is enough for me to continue on for the entirety of this video, so I will just give you guys away to some very nice and calming music. And if I can, I'm gonna include one of my favorite songs from the soundtrack because it's so good and I need this to be on Spotify. Petitioning for it now. So yeah, enjoy some nice music while I finish setting this up.
wavy on the sea. I need you, darling, so come and go with me. Yeah. Come into my heart. Tell me, darling, we will never part. I need you, darling, so come go with me. Yes, I need you.
But that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a little shorter, which is good for me because, less editing on my part. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will try to have another journal with me video up sometime. I don't know when. But if you like this video, the usual, hit like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in my next video. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys everywhere else. Bye!